Living with undiagnosed ADHD can feel like navigating a maze without a map. For many years, I struggled with feelings of inadequacy, overwhelm, and confusion. It wasn't until I noticed similar struggles in my undiagnosed daughter, who I believe has ADHD, that I really began to piece together that puzzle of my own life. So, this is the story of how my daughter's experiences led me to embrace my ADHD journey and ultimately help me find clarity, acceptance, and empowerment. So, we'll start with some of those early struggles. From a young age, my youngest daughter has exhibited behaviors that have stood out. She had difficulty concentrating on her tasks, was pretty easily distracted, and often felt overwhelmed in social situations. Sometimes she would struggle with transitions, and she experienced really intense emotions that were hard for her to manage. As her mom, I was pretty determined to understand and support her, but I also felt pretty ill-equipped and pretty frustrated at times. So as I researched and continued to research, and at that time I was also researching executive function support for my older daughter, it was leading me to, undiagnosed ADHD in girls. Stay with me. So as I was researching it, I began to see a lot of my own childhood reflected in her experiences. Her challenges with focus, impulsivity, and emotional regulation were all too familiar. And I remember my own struggles in school, my tendencies to daydream, and I still daydream, and my difficulties in maintaining friendships. And it was as if I was looking into a mirror, and my daughter's behaviors were a reflection of my own. So realizing that my daughter's struggle might be indicative of ADHD, I started seeking professional help and professional guidance. And it started for me with looking for a diagnosis for myself. Because there is research out there to support that when one parent has ADHD, there is obviously a 50% chance that the child is going to have ADHD as well. So keeping that in mind, that it could very well be genetic, I wanted to see if it was coming from me, because if it was coming from me, I could learn how to support myself, how to implement things, and then how to, in turn, show those to her. So when I pursued that diagnosis, it was just, a series of assessments, of a lot of self-introspection. And when it was confirmed, it was just this moment of profound clarity and a lot of frustration, but a lot of clarity again, because it just explained so much about my past struggles and a lot of the present challenges too. So receiving that ADHD diagnosis, though, as an adult came with a mix of relief. Because relief that there was finally an explanation for my lifelong challenges, but also some grief for the years that I spent struggling without understanding why. And processing those emotions was essential in coming to terms with my new identity. One of the most crucial steps in my journey was building a support system and connecting with other neurodivergent folks and families through support groups and online communities. And that, helped provide the validation and understanding that I so desperately needed for this. Professional help and from a therapist who understood the struggle also played a very key role in developing effective coping strategies. So routine and structure have become pretty vital in managing my daily life, and implementing a consistent routine has helped reduce some of the anxiety, and it has helped increase if I can just start my day with a very simple and consistent routine, doing the same things every day around the same time, it creates this huge sense of predictability and really has helped me set myself up for success. Use visual aids, whether it's color-coded calendars on Google Calendar or sticky notes or, visual schedules. Those have become pretty essential in our household for managing tasks, especially for me. And it helps reduce some of the overwhelm because then I can visually see the things. I have an online calendar through Google Calendar where I add all the family things, I add all of my personal things and, work stuff. So that way I can see it and I'm not accidentally scheduling things on top of each other. And then mindfulness and relaxation have become for me um, deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, and mindfulness meditation because it helps me manage my stress and has helped me improve my mental well-being. So practicing these techniques have helped me stay present, reduce some of the overwhelm, and have helped me maintain a positive outlook. Am I all sunshine and rainbows? Absolutely not. But mindfulness has helped. And then, navigating relationships, it can be tricky. And it's also been, though, a significant part of the journey. It's a continuous process and, finding the common ground helps a lot. Advocacy and empowerment have also become really important and really essential for my life. And by sharing my story and supporting other neurodivergent families, I am aiming to create a more inclusive and understanding world. Obviously, I can't do it alone. But this advocacy work for myself and ultimately, to empower others to do the same is fulfilling and a way to give back to the community that has supported me. Discovering my ADHD tendencies, if you will, through my daughter's experiences has been a transformative journey. From recognizing the signs to receiving the diagnosis and embracing my new identity, each step has brought me closer to understanding and celebrating my true self. By building a support system, creating a routine, and incorporating mindfulness techniques, I have found empowerment and purpose. If you are on a similar path, know that you are not alone. Embrace your journey, seek support, and remember that your experiences are valid and valuable.